Hi friends, I am Dr. Pratap Singh Rathod. I have done MD in forensic medicine and today we will discuss about identification of sex, particularly identification of sex in living. Sex can be determined by physiological morphology, microscopic study of sex chromatin, gonadal biopsy and by skeletal image. By any of these methods, sex can be determined. But in living, there are few features which we have to examine. Presumptive evidence in living includes facial features. In facial features, as we can see examine, in male features includes mainly the faces are very rough with presence of beard and mustache. In females, there is faces are round and soft. Dress males usually wear shirt, pants, trousers. In females, there is presence of they wear skirts or saris or sometimes chudidara or kurtas. In hairs, usually males are shorter hairs compared to in females, there are longer hairs. Why is this high pitched in females and short pitched in males? Now, coming to highly probable evidence in living, this is done usually by physical examination. Only after physical examination, this can be confirmed. First in females, there is presence of breast and vagina, and there is appropriate muscular development, absence of mustache, beard, and chest hairs. In males, there is absence of breast tissue. There is appropriate muscular development, presence of penis, mustache, and presence of beard and chest hairs. Now, coming to nuclear sexing, it is a matter of sexing cells which may help in determining sex in doubtful cases, decomposed or deuterated bodies, and fragmented remains. In this, sex can be determined by studying the presence of Barr bodies, Davidson bodies, and Y chromosomes. Now, coming to Barr bodies, it is a plano-convex nuclear condensation seen at the inner surface of nuclear membrane. So, if we see the cell, if it is small normal cell, the presence of nucleus is present. In nucleus present, there is nucleus. At the border of the nuclear cells, at the border of nuclear membrane, there is condensation of sex chromatin. This is seen in 40% of nuclei of buccal mucosa contains this nuclear chromatin. So this is the nuclear chromatin, but at the border of the nucleus, this nuclear membrane, there is a condensation. This is usually because of extra X chromosome. So in females, there is genetic makeup is XX and in male it is XY. So this extra X chromosome condensed in the nuclear membrane and can be seen in the buccal cells. So this is present in 40% of cells of chromatin body. In males, this is only seen in less than 10% of nuclei contains the chromatin. So this is considered as chromatin negative. When there are more than 40% of cells consist of Barr bodies, it is called as chromatin positive. So ideal tissue to study Barr bodies are buccal mucosa, skin, and smooth muscles. So Barr bodies can be useful for differentiating males and females. So this is the image of Barr bodies. We can see in nuclear membrane. In female, it is because of XX, it is condensation is seen. But in males, it is not seen in the nuclear membrane. Now coming to Davidson bodies, it is present in females up only 6% cases and in the polymorphic WBCs, that is neutrophils and eosinophils. They are seen as thin stalked drumstick-like projections at the periphery of nucleus. This is absent in males. So this is the image of Davidson body. This is like a drumstick of projections seen in the neutrophils or eosinophils. So these are seen in 6% of cells only, and it is seen only in females and not in males. Y chromosomes. Y chromosomes are present only in males and are fluorescent for the dye, that is quinarchine dihydrocolloid. So when cells are exposed to this dye, they get fluorescent. The fluorescence can be seen. Blood stains, cartilage, bone marrow, teeth pulp, hair root pulp, or can be used as for examination of Y chromosomes. So this is confirmatory for males, and males only have Y chromosomes, and these are very susceptible to quinarchine dihydrocolloid fluorescent dye, and the cells exposed to this dye are fluorescent in eye. Well, next method of identification of sex is by gonadal biopsy. So this is confirmatory method of determining sex, and this is usually not done, but it is a form of confirmatory for biopsy taken from testes and ovaries and examining the biopsy. In sex determination, is usually easy from external examination, but it's become difficult in cases of certain conditions like hermaphrodites, that is intersex states, concealed sex, and advanced decomposition. Advanced decomposition and skeletonization we'll discuss in one more video. Coming to intersex states, so these are conditions wherein both the male and female characters coexist in varying degrees. So this is a condition where externally there are maybe one sex, but gonadally their sex may be different. So they come in four groups, that is gonadal agenesis, gonadal dysgenesis, true hermaphroditism, pseudo hermaphroditism. Gonadal agenesis is a condition where gonads, that is ovaries or testes, are fail to develop in that person. So there is nuclear sex is chromatin negative. That means there is no sex chromatin is seen. So it may be conditions like where there is no development of ovaries or testes in that persons. So agenesis is no development of gonads. Gonadal dysgenesis is where external genital organs are present, but the testes or ovaries fail to develop at puberty. So because the ovaries and testes usually are present in the person, but when the puberty is at the time of puberty, these ovaries and testes usually have secondary changes. But in these conditions, like this condition, they do not mature enough, and the person is sexually it's not cannot be differentiated. Examples includes Klinefelter syndrome and Turner syndrome. These are the common conditions which is seen in India. Coming to Klinefelter syndrome, anatomically the person is sexually male, so sex in chromosome pattern is 45XXY. So normally the person's chromosome pattern is 46XX, but in Klinefelter syndrome it is XXY, where there is an extra X chromosome is present. Because of that, the person anatomically the structure is male, but it is externally the nuclear sexing is a female. It is usually undiagnosed till puberty. Externally, the testes are small and firm, and there is hyalinization of testes is seen. Gynecomastia is usually finding is present, that is, breast development is seen in males. Sexual inoculum is present, that is, long arms, legs, scanty pubic hairs, and hair growth are seen in face. Person is usually tall with long slender arms. In next is Turner syndrome. Anatomical structure is female, but nuclear sexing is male because the chromosome pattern is 45XO. I mean, O is not nothing but 45X. So there is one absent one X chromosome is absent, or Y chromosome is absent in this person. The person is usually short stature. There is lack of development of secondary sexual characters. There is grossly undeveloped breast, scanty pubic hair, axillary hairs. There is no ovarian follicular content fibrous tissues. Congenital anomalies like web neck, cubitus vulgaris, congenital aorta, osteoporosis are seen. Next, coming to true hermaphroditism, this is a rare condition where external genitalia may be of both sexes, but internally there is presence of both testes and ovaries. That is ootestis. So this is one of condition where externally the person may be of both sexes, and there is presence of both the testes and ovaries. Sex chromatin may be of male or female pattern, that is 46XX or 46XY. Pseudohermaphroditism, where there is external characteristics of one sex but gonads is of opposite sex. So in male pseudohermaphroditism, nuclear sex is XY, sex organs and sexual characteristics of female form. So this can be done by surgically also. Sometimes certain individuals they go surgical procedure to get the female organs. Female pseudohermaphroditism, where nuclear sex is of XX but sex organs and sexual characteristics of male form. Next is concealed sex. This in concealed sex also sex determination is difficult. This is seen in criminals who conceal their sex to avoid detection by changing dress or facial features. This can be confirmed by physical examination and by nuclear sexing. These are my references. Thank you.